I was able to see very quickly how my clients could benefit if I was on two sides of the track instead of just one. So you're not just getting the sales leads, but you're also on the marketing side so that you end in one point instead of like this. And what I was finding with most of my clients that I wasn't able to get into the marketing side of things. We would be an inch or two off. You know, for certain people that could be hundreds of thousands of dollars. When I was able to kind of get into that, I really learned that if they were open for me to be a part of the internet marketing side, not necessarily their whole marketing side, but just the internet marketing side, we could come to that point and make a much better whole presentation. I was right on target, they were right on target, and we all communicated the same way. So it was powerful for my company, at least. I mean, it made a huge difference, and the impact was within probably 60 days. I have no interest in a franchise really because of the freedom and flexibility. So, you know, being part of SearchMarketMe gives me the freedom of having so much flexibility with my own company, but yet I have a backbone to I get to fall back on. So I have a whole network that, you know, if it's too big for me, I don't have to say no. I can go back to them and really pass something off to somebody. I have such high, and I know that they've had the training that I've had, and their integrity is probably the same level. So it's very comforting to know that we have that. But there's so much freedom that you have. You know, with the franchise, you have to answer to so many different people, and then of course you have the overrides. And so it's really nice having a business opportunity to be able to, you know, take all those for yourself. So, and be able to, and that's the uniqueness about being at a weekend training or just being a part of the network in general virtually, is that so many of us bring so much different to the table. And I think that's why SearchMarketMe has been so powerful in building the network, because we're not all cookie cutters. You know, working for somebody else, as all of us have, there's a lot to answer to. And, you know, the freedom and flexibility, again, versus what we just answered, it's really nice to have, you know, I'm a night owl, so I really don't get up at 6 o'clock in the morning like I would if I had to go to the office, because I don't produce that well then. And what I've also learned over time of being in business now for 6.5 years myself is that there's certain times of the day that I'm more analytical, and there's certain more times of the day that I'm more creative. And being able to have that, you know, knowing that the afternoons I can be more creative, and having that opportunity to know that that's my strength, or if I have, you know, I'm not sleeping at 2 o'clock in the morning, I can get up and actually produce something and have money and then have the day off the next day. It's kind of a nice little bonus that you get. But I really like the fact that I can schedule everything around what I do, because it's not an 8 to 5. What I do is not 8 to 5. So it is for certain periods, but then I can work weekends and evenings and have so much flexibility during the day to go play golf and soccer and, you know, the fun stuff. Or if you have kids, you know, get to be with them. The network itself is the main reason why I'm involved with SearchMarketMe. It's really it's why I've been able to be successful, because of the fact that I can say yes to so much. Whether I want the project or not, I know somebody else in the network who probably will take the, you know, the project. And I've also been able to expand. I have very specific niches that I work in, that I like to work in, but I have clients that come to me frequently who say, well, we want it. Would you be willing to do this? And my answer is no, I don't, but I know somebody else that will. So you take a portion of the fee instead of zero. I'd rather take 20% than zero and have somebody else who's really good at that. And so that aspect has been, you know, fantastic for my business, because it's been able to grow exponentially because of having so many people. From the social aspect, it's just really nice to know that other people are out there just like you. You know, it's nice to have people in town and that you can go shake hands with, but, you know, being able to pick up the phone and talk to somebody and brainstorm long distance. We're all from different backgrounds, so you get a really good brainstorming activity from people who you know think outside of the box. I happen to be one of those, so I get phone calls from people specifically, or like, okay, this is what I want to do, but I don't know how to do it. And so that's where I can kind of give back to the network, because it's the out-of-the-box creative thinking that I bring to the table. And there's other of us, you know, in the network like that. But for me, I go to other people when I run into something. It's like, okay, I've tried this 3 times and it's not working and I really want it. You have a whole career in it. Give me some pointers. And it's been huge.